So, coming home with the bus and doing a lot of thinking about what to do with the bus and what to do with the hot rod frame at home and what to do with everything. And, you know, we've gone through a lot of cars over this last few years. And part of it was me wanting to kind of experience different vehicles because, like, I hadn't really done that. To actually enjoy them. And I have. I mean, dude, we've had some cool shit. And the hot rod and the little bug, to name a few, that we actually got to drive around and enjoy. The bus. And then, you know, the bike. You know, there's a lot of things that we got to actually drive around the Cadillac. And then there's other things that we didn't. And we were just either trading or flipping. Horrible. But, so, can't really find what I want. And this brought me to a video by Alan Watts. And talking about wanting, you know. And, like, you're always searching for this thing that's always going to make you happy. Or it's going to be that perfect thing. Or whatever. And so, you know, we search. And so over the last couple of years, I gotta get off my wallet. I ain't got no meat on my butt, and so it hurts to sit on. And, you know, over the last maybe year especially, I can't figure out what would make me happy, like car-wise. Barn door 23 window might do it. That's obviously not. But would it really? So what this is getting to is something larger. So when I was listening to Alan Watts, he said something about wanting. And when you can't figure out exactly what you want, maybe what to do, like for a living, where to live, what you want for a, you know, spouse or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Or what do you want to do just in general? This one has, for me, has to do with the car thing. But there was actually a lot of things, like not knowing, feeling really weird, because I've always had this not laser focus, but a focus, and that was just who I was a car dude. And even coming back from Bonneville, like without that need for a traditional hot rod, because I can enjoy them at the shows and the events and stuff. And I don't have to bring myself that happiness of actually owning one. I can enjoy vicariously through a lot of other people. So one of the things Alan Watts was saying is that, you know, when you don't know what you want, maybe because you already have it. Very profound. Very profound. So I think what it is I've found some contentment with the hot rod, Velma, whatever you call it. I've found some deep-seated contentment. You know, I've in a past video I talked about envy being one of my deadly sins for years, and when I finally got the hot rod, the envy of, or the wanting of other people's spouses or wives or girlfriends, or wanting one like theirs, that went away. The envy for things still persisted, but I got this contentment with her, and this contentment of finding the right person, mind, body, and soul. I think that change that stirred me and gave me a change internally, to where you have this happiness in that area of your life that no amount of cars, houses, money can take the place of that. And so I think because maybe in a past life I was not happy, and I was trying to maybe fill my void with cars. And now that my void has been filled, the cars aren't as important, which seems really weird for me. It gives me a lot of anxiety, because I'm like, I'm losing the person that I am, but the person that I am is just a construct, and I constructed this person when I was to have this outward persona to impress people or to show people who I was. And when you reach the level of contentment, and when you become a little bit more knowledgeable and I would say enlightened, that's not the right word, I'm not enlightened, but you start to place value in your peace and your sanity and other things that really matter. And the ego slowly, I think, is dissolving. I think the problem I've had over the last few months is that I'm fighting this ego that I've built up over the years. You know, just making these videos is an ego thing. You know, like I'm gonna make a difference in somebody's life, or they get to see what I'm doing. But for me, it's a release, and all this pent up stuff going in my head. When I get done with the video, it makes me feel calmer. And I think with more work, the idea is to not even feel the need for that. You know, to show the world how great you are, how smart you are, or that you learned something and you want to share it. True contentment, I think, you are shit about anything except for your own peace. I know that sounds selfish, but that maybe came across a little wrong. But anyway, so interesting. And the reason he said you can't figure out what you want is because you don't know you don't know yourself. And he was like, light can't light itself, fire can't burn itself. The Godhead doesn't praise itself, and trying to understand what that means. But anyway, so not necessarily an epiphany, but kind of reinforcing this feeling that I've been having, and trying. I think I'm going through an enlightenment and a spiritual awakening, and not some hippy dippy bullshit where I'm going to be wearing crystals and all that dumb shit. But it's becoming more apparent to live for the moment, and when you live in the moment, you value different things. Time, experiences, love, these things that you can't see, touch, or feel, or buy, or sell, or drive. And so this bus, there's a part of me that relishes or loves the idea of having this little camper bus and being able to drive down to the beach, open the doors, and totally Spicoli style. We're going up maybe into the mountains. We're not big mountain people, but going up into the mountains and camping and fixing it up and stuff like that. And I think we're all looking sometimes for this ultimate car that's finally going to make us happy. If I just have the 23 window, or if I just get a Deuce Roadster, or if I chopped Merc, all these quintessential vehicles of what we do. Like if I can just get one more thing, or if I can just get a 10-bedroom house, or if I can just get that promotion, if I can just make $150,000, I'll be happy. And you'll never be happy, because you'll want more. And the happiness has to come from within. And I'm learning that these things don't give us happiness, and that I almost feel like true happiness can be truly found when you get rid of the things, minimize your things, whatever. There's still a piece of me like that holds on to stuff. Because as men, especially, our value is placed on what we have and how much we make and what kind of home we have and how much we invest and what our golf score is and how big our gun is, how many guns we have, and all this dumb shit. And I don't buy into any of that bullshit. But I definitely have an ego, and letting go of that it can be almost like ripping your reality apart. So as you fight to hold on to this persona and this ego, and you start letting go, it's a tug of war, and I've read a lot about spiritual experiences, or enlightenment, or becoming enlightened, or whatever you want to call it. Going through these transformations is very painful sometimes and very confusing, because you're holding on to your old ideas at the same time trying to grasp new ones, and you're almost like caught in between holding on and letting go. And man, interesting, super interesting. So anyway, that's my journey for today. Being alone and thinking a lot, listening to Tool, listening to some motivational speakers, listening to some wise people is how I fill my time, and making videos of myself. So anyway, that is my words of wisdom for today. It's Saturday, the 23rd or some shit like that. It's my third video for today. Anyway, good luck in your journey, and may you find peace.